Donuts. Welcome to the Dolls and Donuts podcast, episode 28. In today's episode, we're going to tell you all about what's going on in the animal rights community and what's been happening in Robin's vegan dollhouse.
And what's been going on with you? This is the first time I've seen you in a very long time, since New Year's.
What's today, the 23rd? In 23 days.
That's a long time.
Well, a little bit more than that, because it was before midnight, so.
What are your top highlights that you've been up to since New Year's?
Working.
That's not a highlight.
It's sad when that is. It's sad when it is the highlight. That's what I've been doing. I don't even know where the time went. I feel like it was just New Year's.
Well, I saw you had pictures of cupcakes, so I know there were cupcakes.
Oh yeah, so my friend Jerry got me the Vegan Cupcakes Take Over the World cookbook for Christmas.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, the next week, it was we did it after Christmas. But I was like, okay, 2 weekends. Oh, that's right, I didn't put that in here. I'll just talk about it now. I was like, I didn't make anything. I don't remember anything. So I was like, okay, I want to try one recipe from here last weekend. Mm-hmm. So I tried the s'mores cupcakes.
Okay. Yeah.
And they came out really well.
And you used the Dandy's marshmallows?
No, there were no marshmallows in it.
Wait, how is it a s'mores cupcake then?
I just followed the directions.
Do I need to write a letter to the cookbook author?
I don't know.
What made it taste marshmallowy?
The icing was just a vegan buttercream, mm-hmm. but it was, maybe it was psychological. But when you tasted all of the stuff together, the chocolate and the graham cracker and the buttercream, it had a marshmallowy. It worked.
Okay.
Yeah.
What graham crackers did you use?
Just the Nabisco, the ones that are just accidentally vegan.
Oh, Nabisco has accidentally vegan ones?
Yeah, they're just I think it's Nabisco. They're just plain no frills.
Graham flour and
crackers
sugar.
are just they're fine. So I used those, and those were actually crumbled in the batter too, which was kind of interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure. You have to do that.
Yeah.
I feel like.
So yeah, it was good.
Nice.
And
did you make 12 of them?
I only came out 11. I filled them too high.
Or some might say you filled them just the right amount.
Just right. I was like, oh, it said, okay, so I know, you don't fill them all the way. But the recipe said fill to top.
What?
And I thought, okay, maybe this isn't going to really rise a ton, more than other cupcakes. And I was like, okay, I'm going against my better judgment. But I followed the directions. I always follow the directions. And I've been burnt so many times from doing what the recipe tells me to do. With the brownies. With the foil.
Telling
or not
you,
the foil, but the paper.
I have the worst cookbook, luck, I guess. Because I do very, very rarely come across a cookbook where every recipe works.
I know,
did you test it?
Yeah, I made
No,
them.
I mean, I'm telling them. Not you. Sorry.
I'm
looking at you.
I made it. That's the test.
I'm sure the listeners think that I, look at the microphone the whole time I'm talking. I'm actually gazing into Ashley's eyes the whole time. Yet directing my complaints to other people.
Did the author test it? Yeah. Well, I know, I'm not that bad at baking. I know, you don't fill them all the way, but it said to do it, and I was like, okay, well, maybe because of the certain ingredients in here, it doesn't really rise as much as normal cup. I was like, okay, she knows what she's talking about.
They're the experts.
They know what they're talking about, and luckily, I was, watching, I was like, oh my god, they're getting higher. They're getting higher! I was, waiting for them to just, everywhere.
They just puff up. It's cute. They're cute
but I thought it was they're getting too. They're looking they thought they were going to turn into muffins.
I like muffiny.
It was just it stopped. They stopped rising just before I was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So it was fine.
Nice.
But I only got 11 because of that. So
no complaints here.
But that was my first time ever making my own frosting.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they turned out pretty good. And then actually that's the first time I've ever made vegan cupcakes. I've made other stuff. I always made cupcakes pre-vegan life with the box because I cared about decorating. I didn't care about whatever. I just need the box. Mm-hmm. But I think that's the first time I've actually made vegan cupcakes myself, from a recipe.
This is very impressive.
Yeah, I've made other things, but as I talked about. But I think this was the first time I made cupcakes. So there's a few others in there that I really am excited to try out. The thing is, they just sit in the house, and I'm just every night I'm gonna eat one.
Just assume that you are taking one for the team because you're practicing for our bake sale.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But it's true. Just having desserts in the house means that
I try to give them out as much as I can. If I'm seeing somebody, I'm here, take some of these.
Mm-hmm.
I took 2 to work to my friend that gave me the cookbook. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring you some of the cupcakes I made from this. So
if you work with people who have kids too, those are good people to pawn desserts off on.
Yeah.
Because then they can bring them home for their kids.
Yeah, I probably should put, I don't know. I'm torn about bringing them into work. So I'm always like, I want to be like, eat this, it's vegan, it's good. Wait till you see how good it is. And then I'm going to be like, they're not even going to like appreciate
They're not gonna
it.
appreciate it, I know.
So I'm like always torn. But I don't know. Anyway, those turned out really well. So I guess that was a highlight, a non-work highlight. Yeah. And I'm going to Austin in a couple of days for my birthday. So I'll be talking all about that in the next episode.
Or is your birthday cake going to be sponsored by Capital City Bakery?
Probably. Yeah.
I hope so.
And I'm going to Sweet Ritual and Capital City Bakery. So
nice.
I'll
all on your birthday?
Not on the same day.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what I'm doing on what day, but I know those two are on separate days.
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's a birthday trip, so I don't have to like go like specifically on my birthday. It's our birthday month.
I'm excited to hear about all the places you go so that I can compare it with the list that I'm starting to create for my Austin trip.
Yeah, I'm just going like as like a precursor for you, just like you know.
It's not even because it's your birthday.
Yeah,
you're just such a good friend.
Just prepping for your trip.
That's what I love about you.
But like I did like talk to like because when you and Kimmy went, I did talk to Kimmy about a few places, and then when a few months ago, well not a few months, probably last year when Lizzie went, she asked us all. And you guys had told her, and I saved that email because I was like, I'm gonna use this email, and I went back to it.
Oh, did
it was
I
quite
say
a while
anything
ago.
on it?
You said some, yeah.
I don't even remember.
Because you and Kimmy like went together. You guys had like similar things to say. So I went through all those, and that's where I started going through the places. So
cool. And your blog's gonna be excited to have an Austin entry.
Yeah, it will if I ever update it. I still haven't updated. Have I updated Hawaii? I think I have, but I haven't updated Vegas. There's a couple of like around here places that I haven't like thrown in that I've tried, and then Austin will be a whole new one.
You're too healthy. That's why your blog doesn't get updated. I got sick for a few weeks and I did a bunch of blog
I
posts.
need to like break my leg or something. It's like
you need to be stuck in bed, and then you get so much blogging done. It's amazing.
I did sit down. I was like watching. I don't even know what I was watching, but I was like, oh, I'm just gonna like after I had my breakfast, I'm just gonna like work on my blog a little bit. And I opened everything up, and I was just like, nah, I'm closed it all. I just wasn't into it.
Opening everything up is the hardest part.
Once I was like actually started, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go here and do something else. I just was not motivated. So I'll get on it though.
It's true. Even people who like love writing, I feel like they are really into it about 25% of the time.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's just a chore. It feels like a chore.
Yeah,
anyway.
And then you shouldn't do it because it's
I'm
fun.
like it's like my weekend. I'm like I'm not doing this. I'll do what I want.
I do what I want.
Yeah,
I'm a little kid.
Hood rat with my friends. You probably don't know what that is.
I know.
Yeah. It was like I think it was a YouTube video that went viral a while ago.
Oh.
But it's this little kid saying, "I want to be a hood rat with my friends. Do bad things with my friends."
Really?
Anyway, don't worry about it.
I definitely did not see it.
I figure. But anyway, I'll do what I want.
And I missed the pop-up this past weekend because I was in Tahoe.
What's the pop-up?
But for anyone who doesn't know,
okay,
like
cool,
Ashley,
like me, for instance, asking for a friend.
There's now a vegan pop-up in San Francisco.
Oh, too far.
But it's, I think it's only been going on for 2 months maybe, so it's still very new.
Oh, go on. I might know what you're talking about.
I mean, I haven't gone yet. The first month was the same month that Next Level opened that same day, so we went there instead. And then the past one was just this past weekend.
Where is
I was
it?
Snowboarding.
Like where in San Francisco?
It's either Sunset or Richmond, an annoying part of San Francisco that I'm never in, but I'll go for this.
So what exactly is it?
I mean, have you been to any vegan pop-ups?
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's like
I know what a pop-up is.
Cities that do them, and so, but mostly it's a bunch of vendors who are all vegan bring either cooked, like edible things or non-edible things that they make.
Okay, so it's like a flash fair or something.
Yeah.
Like I like that term better. Pop-up to me makes me think of... I just made it up just now.
Oh, okay. Well, like craft fairs?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like it's pop-up flash, so it's quick.
Flash fair,
all right. For like a day
I
or
think
something.
that could really catch on.
I just gave it, just bam.
You just gave it away.
Bam. Well, I just thought of it. I didn't just give it away.
Just gave it to the whole listening audience.
Hey, it's like Muggle. It's like Muggle. You put it out there and let it fly.
Yeah,
leave the nest. It's a flash fair. So like a pop-up to me, it makes, well, I guess in my mind, it's like, okay, there's a restaurant or a or a store or something, and then another place that doesn't have a brick and mortar or something comes in.
So you see it as one place coming in. And I think that must be the difference, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I go when I think about it. So I was thinking, okay, what place is that? Another place. That's what I was like trying to get you to say, but it's different. It's kind of like
it's like multiple.
Okay.
And the only reason I already know what a vegan pop-up is because they do the one in New York every month, and there's some other city that does it too. I think LA.
I like my term flash fair.
Yeah, I like it too.
Vegan food fair or flash fest or something. I like it. I'm proud of myself.
So anyway, I might try to go to that at some point. Hopefully, maybe.
So when is the next one?
February 24.
Okay.
So mark your calendars, Bay Area.
Why does that sound
peeps.
like I got something going on that day?
Oh no! Oh no! I'm sure that I probably
curious.
have.
I'm like, why does that like something's happening that day? I feel like.
So I have a topic I want to bring up.
I just got my hair. My hair is getting done that day. I was like, I feel like I just put something on that day. I need to like get it re-dyed. It's grown out like cray cray. My roots showing.
Same. Okay, I have a topic I would like to address. Okay. So
is this serious time?
It's serious time. I want to get your opinion. I want to get our listeners' opinion. I want to know what other people think of this because when I read it, I was a little bit shocked.
Okay. I'm happy to give my opinion.
So there was a tweet that
even
somebody
if you don't want it.
tweeted this like a week ago maybe. And it was a picture of packaging and the front said vegan.
I think it was a bag of chips, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't chips. It was like prepared food. It was like some quinoa.
Okay, never mind.
Shit. So the front definitely had like the V, said vegan on it, but she took a picture of the back of the ingredients and it had cheese in it. And so my question is, should companies be held responsible for this kind of misrepresentation?
So I saw a meme that had a bag of chips with the exact same thing.
Really?
And it makes me think, are these real? I don't know. That's my first thing. Like, hey, if these are all popping up suddenly, is it because people are just finding these and they didn't exist before? Or is it like a manipulation?
The tweet that I saw, she like tagged the company and she was like, what's going on?
Okay. Because this was a bag of chips and it had the V on the front and then it had milk or, I don't know. Yeah, it had some like animal ingredient in the back on the thing. So on the assumption that these are all like real, yeah, I think they should be
held accountable, right?
Yeah, of course.
This is just how? What if somebody had a severe allergy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I don't know. And so
no argument here.
How do you think is the best way to approach this? Like I retweeted and tagged the company and I was like, please explain. I want to know what's going on. Nothing. Crickets. And so like, would you write a letter to the company?
Well, I think if they are not, some companies they will be like, I would like to think would be like, oh my gosh, we're so sorry. We're going to let everyone know that right now we're going to fix this.
Right.
And like right now these out that they are marked vegan, like please check the back because, we don't know, like, accidents happen. But if they're being like negligent and not even addressing the issue, I think the only way some of these places care is to like public pressure. So I would say like, I would personally write a letter or email or whatever and like in writing, of course, because you have to have it documented. And then I would just do that, like retweet and like get it out there and like other people to see it. And if other people like get attention, I mean, especially if vegans are buying this because there's a V on the front. I mean, it's so convenient when there's a V on the front.
Yeah, because it means you don't have to read the back.
Yeah.
But if they're going to lie.
You do 20, 25 ingredients.
Yes.
It's like so convenient. And I mean, yeah, if it says vegan and it says like V vegan, I don't read the back.
No, I trust people.
I mean, obviously they don't know what that means and they're just putting it on there.
Right.
Or they're just trying to trick people. That's also an option, but give them the benefit of the doubt. But, if someone's, contacting them and saying, hey, this isn't right, they need to be they need to really like take care of it.
Yeah.
And if they're not, that's not good.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I'm curious if this has happened to any of our listeners, if they've ever been in a situation like this and what they did about it. So if anybody has time to write us, I'm at vegandollhouse@gmail.com. And we would love to know.
I mean, I've been at cafeterias where it says like vegan.
I've had it. Yes, of course. Facebook, for instance.
Read the ingredients, and I'm like, oh, is this like vegan cheese? They're like, no. I'm like, then this isn't vegan.
Yeah.
Okay, like take this away.
Yeah.
Take the sign down. Or...
It's definitely happened for me at a lot of like food places, like hot food, but never like packaged food.
Yeah.
Where you list everything. You spend all that time listing the nutrition facts and doing all that labeling.
Yeah, I don't think I've. I mean, it could have happened to me. I don't know. If there's a V on it, if it says vegan, I just say, okay, great. And that's it.
I know.
So, yeah, I guess we should all be a little more vigilant. Also, I mean, first, so we're not eating the stuff, but second, so these companies can get their shit in order.
That's like the main thing. I don't want one company to get away with it, because then I feel like all companies will think that they can get away with it.
Yeah, and it's like just putting like a marketing term on the front.
Yeah.
Like, oh, vegans will put a V on the front. They'll just grab it, buy it, and never even care, and we'll make the money off of it.
Yes.
Screw you,
Now that vegan's popular.
Yeah.
We have to make sure people aren't taking advantage.
Yeah. Interesting. That's funny that you said that, because I had seen a meme of a bag of chips that was the exact same thing.
Not cool. Not cool, people.
Oh, gosh. I'm paranoid now.
So, now it's time for Ask Ashley.
That's me.
What's been up with the animals?
So, got all good stories.
Yes.
Hooray. Hallelujah. Rejoice. And one of them involves ice cream. This is like extra good. So, our first story, it's all over the place, but I got the one that will be in the show notes is from pita2.com. And the headline is, Ben & Jerry's announces more vegan flavors.
Is Chunky Monkey one of them?
No. Not one of the new ones.
Okay.
I'll get to which ones they are. I don't remember.
Okay.
What are the ones they already have? So, here we go. They already have Chunky Monkey. That was one of the older flavors.
Oh.
So, yeah, I think. So, Ben & Jerry's already, as you probably know, already last year released a line of vegan ice creams, versions of ones that are that they have in dairy version. So, last year they came out with the caramel, almond brittle, peanut butter and cookies, Chunky Monkey, chocolate fudge brownie, coconut 7-layer bar, and cherry Garcia.
Oh, that's a lot.
So now, this year, they are coming out with the non-dairy peanut butter half-baked, which is like I guess it's supposed to be like one of their most popular flavors.
Peanut butter cup and cookie dough mixed?
I think so, yeah.
I think so.
Because it says, includes pieces of peanut butter, cookie dough, fudge brownie bites, and chocolate and peanut butter. Oh my god.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I want that. And then non-dairy cinnamon bun.
Oh, just 2 new flavors then?
Yeah, just 2 this time. So, I mean, that's quite a lot. I mean, overall,
they must be doing well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 8 total, I think.
I see a lot of people. I see people still posting about Ben & Jerry's ice cream. So it's still
selling. Hopefully, yeah. I don't think I've, because I just.
We don't need to buy it because we have other ice creams.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I would like to try that half-baked one, the peanut butter half-baked. That sounds freaking amazing.
Yeah. I mean, for people who live in places like where my sister lives, this is great.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sure they don't have other flavors or other brands.
Even if we do have, like, everything that we,
everything we can have.
I still want more options. I still want more. Push those titty juice ones off the shelf. Get out of here. So, yeah. They talked about, it joins an ever-growing list of vegan ice creams that have been making plant-based versions, including Breyers. Haagen-Dazs has them, and then I talk about Halo Top every week, but they mentioned Halo Top.
I was just talking to someone who's not vegan, and she's lactose intolerant, and I was like, have you really not? She's like, oh, I just eat the ice cream and I suffer.
Why?
And I was like,
you don't have to suffer.
I know. I was like, have you not found a vegan ice cream that you like yet? Because I was like shocked, because I think there's so many.
They're better. They're better than any ice cream.
No. She was like, oh, I tried Halo Top and it was so gross. I'm like, well, okay. They have some flavors that are bad from what I hear.
And it's low. It's like a health.
Yeah.
I don't even want to say health. It's like a healthy.
Is.
If you're looking, I mean, if you want to have
low calorie.
Yeah, it's a low calorie, low. If you had the regular Halo Top too, it wouldn't be like. It's not like the difference between the non-dairy Halo Top and the dairy Halo Top. It's Halo Top, right? Yeah. It's like saying, even if you tried like Ben & Jerry's dairy and a Halo Top dairy, there would be a huge difference. It's not about the milk they use. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to Halo Top.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, if you want to do ice cream, like, you don't do Halo Top. You know what I mean?
I mean,
if you just
I
want
haven't
something,
tried it, so...
I mean, I just like it because it's, like, low calorie and it's something I can enjoy. But, like, if I'm going for broke, I'm not going to get Halo Top.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't care about those, like, the sugar and the calories, don't get Halo Top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get all these other options.
Yeah, I think next time we hang out, I'm going to have to bring her a good vegan ice cream so that she can...
Like, vegan ice cream is better than regular ice cream. I've had better ice cream.
It's been too long for me. I
mean, it's been, like, 5 years. Well, almost 6 years. But, like... I feel like the coconut, like, and cashew, both of those are just so, like, creamy and, like, amazing. Better than, like, dairy milk ice cream.
Mm-hmm. Did you used to eat Ben & Jerry's before you were vegan?
I don't think I ate Ben & Jerry's, but I ate a lot of Dairy Queen growing up.
Okay.
I ate a lot of ice cream. I love ice cream. I eat way less now, but I ate ice cream constantly growing up. So I had my share of ice cream. So I always feel like a lot of the maybe not soy, but we're past soy. Soy is like, whatever. Mm-hmm. Back in the past almost. But like all the other like plant-based milks that they're using in ice cream, I think are better. I think they're better. They're better for ice cream, I think. So she definitely should try out some other ones.
Yeah. Maybe I'll bring her like a little kit of different kinds to try to sell.
God, where would you even start? There's so many.
I think that I would start with my favorites because I'm partial.
Yeah.
So I feel like I like the ones that are like cashew with the peanut butter cup that's So Delicious makes. That's pretty good. I like coconut ones.
I know you don't like the snickerdoodle, but the cashew
snickerdoodle
is amazing.
I like the Almond Breeze makes those little bonbons. The almond
those
dream.
I haven't had.
Oh, the little chocolate covered vanilla. Oh god, those are so fucking good.
I haven't had any of like chocolate bars. I've had like the ice cream bars, like the chocolate with in the middle.
Oh,
I've had those, but I've never had like any like ice cream like on a stick and stuff like vegan ones. I just never get them.
Yeah,
I know I've seen them, but I just never get them.
Yeah, the Luna and Larry's have a good creamy consistency, but there's no chunks in them. So I feel like I really like ice cream with chunks of stuff.
Yeah,
but the Luna and Larry's like consistency wise, that was like the first one I ever discovered as a vegan.
Making my mouth water. My mouth is
sorry.
No, all this ice cream.
All right. Well, anyway,
more options.
Yes.
So it's awesome, and like you said, people that don't live on the coasts, like, I mean, of 8 flavors, I gotta have some. At your Safeway or your Giant Eagle or your wherever your
Giant Eagle.
Yeah.
Did you make that one up or is it a real one?
No, it's a real grocery store chain in the Midwest. That's where where I grew up going to is called Rini Rigo, but it doesn't exist anymore. But
Giant Eagle, names are so funny.
Giant Eagle is the big grocery store chain.
I had a friend in high school who had moved from New Jersey, and she used to always talk about something called like Piggle Wiggle or...
Oh, I've heard of this.
And I was
weird.
Like, what? It's just
Who came up with that name, though? It's like, ew. What's the one in Florida? I know we both know that. Publix, yeah. So, any of these places like should have at least something for you because Ben & Jerry's is just such a big company. So, that's good news.
And everyone should try to convert. If you know anyone who's lactose intolerant,
why wouldn't you? Why would you suffer?
Just bring them some of that Ben & Jerry's that's dairy free.
I know.
Just see if they'll try it.
Like, why would you?
I know
you're not sacrificing anything.
Well, they think they are.
Oh yeah.
We have to convince them.
Yeah.
If the only thing they tried was Halo Top, one of those flavors you didn't like, then they're gonna think all vegan ice cream is bad.
If they had the chocolate covered banana like vegan Halo Top flavor, I don't know if there's coming back for them. I don't know if we can even like get them to try anything else.
Take them to one of those places that erases your memories.
Yeah, I guess so, because that was that bad. You know what? I did end up eating the rest of it, but I didn't enjoy it.
Well, as long as you didn't waste it. Good job.
I was like, maybe I can just think of something else. So I'm eating this, and it can be good. I don't know why. Anyway, it wasn't as bad on the 3rd try.
Oh, God.
I guess I just wasn't as shocked.
When I have ice creams and milks that I don't like, I just use them in milkshake, like smoothies, and it helps.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Tricks for people who don't like wasting food.
And I'm never going to get it again. But anyway, this is great. So, the next story is that Norway has banned fur farms.
There are fur farms?
What?
Clueless corner. What's
Where do you
a
think fur
farm?
comes from?
I thought that it was like the same place where they get meat from.
No.
Like factory
No.
farms.
No. But what do you... But okay, wait, okay. Do you mean you think the facility is similar to a factory farm, or like the same facility is where they get the stuff?
They don't just take all the parts from the same animals and take it. So when you take... Wait, what do people wear? Bunnies?
Fox, mink.
What's mink?
It's
Is that the name of the animal?
It's an animal.
And so do they also eat the animal? Or do they only take the fur?
They take the fur.
Okay, so it's like a factory farm, but instead of taking the meat, they just take the fur.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's called a fur farm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's basically a slaughterhouse, but for fur.
Okay.
Yeah.
I never thought about it.
Yeah, and it's pretty gruesome. Because you think about it, I mean, a slaughterhouse is gruesome, obviously. But if you think about a fur farm, it's like, okay, you have to kill the animal without putting any damage to the body.
Do they inject
because
them
you
with
need
something?
usually it's like electrocution or there's a bunch of crazy ways that they kill them.
I'm picturing a little fox in an electric chair.
Yeah, like they
That's
because they
little
want to kill them, but
paws.
they can't cause any damage to the outside of the body because they need the fur. So anyway, Norway has banned fur farms as like things like fox and mink fur are going out of fashion. So their plan is to phase the fur farms out by 2025, and of course the producers of fur in Norway are like, ah, and animal rights activists are like really happy about this. So someone from the Norwegian Fur Breeders Association said we're shocked and shaken to the core. She said that there are about 200 fur farms in Norway employing about 400 people, which are under strict rules for animal welfare. 400 people, that's it? You can that can be dealt with easily. Mm-hmm. Like, that's not that many people. I'm not saying like, oh, it's great, 400 people unemployed, but like that's a fixable issue, 400 people.
Is part of the plan that they have new jobs for them?
It doesn't say. But it's a dying industry. So
they would have had to get new jobs anyway.
Well, it does go on to say that, like, kind of on that point, that there was So it said fox farming peaked in Norway in 1939, just before World War II, and it said that then the Nordic nation was the biggest producer in the world with almost 20,000 farms before World War II, and now there's 200.
So they breed the animals there?
Yeah. I mean, some are caught in the wild, but mostly bred and killed. So for 400 people, like, that can be, you know, it's not like putting 2 million people out of work or something. Like, 400 people, that can be dealt with. So the animal rights group NOAA hailed the decision as part of a shift against what it views as an outdated and cruel business, with dwindling appeal to fashion-conscious consumers. I mean, we've known for a while it's pretty, like, it's becoming more and more taboo to wear fur. So, of course, it says they're very, very pleased. And it says that the plan seemed sure of majority support in Norway's parliament. And it said in 2013, Norway produced only about 3% of the 7.3 million fox furs worldwide in a market dominated by China with 69%. So Norway is not even a contender really anymore for this industry. So they felt that it was a good move.
Can I tell you a really horrible story?
Yeah.
When I was like between 5 and 8, I have no idea how old I was, but my dad took me to my uncle and aunt's house to visit for some holiday probably. And I had to sleep in the room that had the animal furs strapped to the boards where they were like drying or something. I don't know. Or I guess you stretch them over boards. I guess he was a hunter, my uncle. And I didn't know until then. And I remember just being so scared because their eye holes.
Oh, were just empty.
They were just empty. Oh, God, it's so scary.
That is scary. That reminds me of, like, a family member that a distant kind of family member, not in my immediate family, was a hunter, and he had fucking heads all over his house. And I remember I couldn't even, like, look. Like, I was just, like, trying to avoid, look, you know, they were at the corner of your eye. I mean, they're freaking everywhere. It was literally like that scene out of Ace Ventura.
How old were you?
I mean, I went over there several times.
Okay. It's just,
over my childhood.
I feel like it's just so scary when you're a kid because...
It's horrible.
You don't realize that all that happens, I think.
I mean, I knew it happened. I knew it was things chopped off head, and I knew he was a hunter, and it was just so sad. It was all over the house, these heads. And, but do you know the scene I'm talking about in Ace Ventura? When he walks in and into the head, like the hunter, he's like, oh, I want to show you this room. And it's all of, like, the animals he's killed, they're stuffed, or their heads are over, and he's like, ah! And he's, like, freaking out. I'll show you it. I'll show you this scene on YouTube when we're done. That's how I felt walking into his house. So, yeah, I've had situations like that, especially, like, growing up in Ohio. There's a lot of hunters in Ohio and stuff.
I bet.
So, yeah, it's tough. So kind of like going back to what we said about like this really not being a big hit to the economy in Norway, they do go on to say that it's not a very lucrative business in Norway, so it really wouldn't severely harm their economy. So I think they thought it was just a good time to do this.
Do we fur farm in this country?
I'm sure we do have some. We're not like a world leader in fur production for sure, but there probably is. Yeah.
So when we hear about companies making a company-wide decision to stop selling fur, that usually probably means that they're having it made in other countries.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
That could be here.
They're just not buying fur anymore. If they say that, so when like Gucci and all these other, like, air quotes, high-end brands say they're going fur free, they're not selling fur anymore. They're not getting, they're not
but
getting
they
their
were
fur from somewhere else.
They were buying the fur from fur farms, most likely, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. So, this is a turning tide with fur. I know fur was, like, on the downtrend for a long time, then it kind of just, like shot up again a couple years ago, and now I think it's finally starting to, like, die again. I mean, it never recovered fully, but it kind of had an uptick, and we're like, ooh. I think one season somebody did a bunch of stuff on a runway, and then everyone was like, oh, this is fashionable again. Let's all buy our fucking fur. Disgusting. Anyway, but no more fur farms in Norway, so.
Good job, Norway.
Yeah. Okay. And then the last story is actually just a quick thing. And it's from veggies.com, and that's vegan Senator Cory Booker launches podcast. So this isn't super vegan related, but he is like the vegan politician. He was considered to run for vice president with Hillary Clinton, but obviously that didn't happen. But so he's a big contender for the future of politics, and he's vegan. So he has launched on Martin Luther King Day, he launched a new podcast called Lift Every Voice, and it's basically just about elevating the voices of activists fighting for social justice. So he probably will get around to animal rights on there, because he doesn't shy away from the fact that he's vegan and he cares about this. So I haven't listened to it yet. I would be really interested. So he's going to be covering all kinds of different social justice issues, which I think relates to vegans, because we don't just care about animals. We care about a lot of different social justice issues. So I think this would be interesting for vegans to take a listen to. I'll have a listen, and I'll report back next episode and see what I thought. Lift Every Voice.
Okay. I'll try to remember to check it out too.
Yeah. So I'm sure he'll have some vegan stuff coming at some point, hopefully. So just thought I would like to mention that.
He's a nice dude.
Yeah, like the day last year at the Women's Mart, they were like, "Are you gonna run?" And he's like, "I'm still like picking myself up." But he said no at the time. But basically, he was just like, this was like a few days after D-Day. But he's They're like, "Are you gonna run?" I was like, "Please, I want him to run."
Did you go to the Women's March?
No, I didn't.
Everything was Saturday, and I missed everything because of snowboarding.
Yeah.
I missed it all.
I should have went. I just didn't.
No.
But I am reading Hillary Clinton's book right now, and it's making me happy and sad and everything I'm doing.
Is she making you cry?
She made me cry once.
Oh, wow.
There was a lot of, like, stories about that had nothing to do with her, about, like, people that have come up and shared their stories with her that are just, like, it's rip your heart out. It's sad. And some are happy, too. One funny one is, after the election, all these people are coming up to her apologizing for not voting. Like, she's supposed to just absolve them of their guilt, right? And this one lady, this older lady, like, marched up to her at some event with her, like, grown-ass daughter behind her. And forced her daughter to apologize to her for not voting. I thought that was hilarious. It was like, I'm sorry for not voting. My mom made me come over here and apologize for not voting. Yeah, so yeah, it's bringing all that stuff up again. I'm almost done with it. Anyway, okay, so what's been happening at the dollhouse?
Well, I did so much research on the internet. I probably wasted like an hour of my life looking for a cup of noodle that was vegan. It's impossible to find.
You mean like when you just buy like and you just add water to it?
Yeah, so people do this at work. I don't know what's in them, but I'm guessing they're obviously
like a ramen type of thing.
Yeah,
you
it
just
seems
pour
like
it in.
easy enough. It comes in like this little cup, and all they do is put hot water from the bubbler, and then they just like
the bubbler. I've never actually met a person that says that.
Oh,
from the bubbler. I know people say it. I know it exists. I've never actually met someone that says bubbler.
Oh, I must have picked it up from someone.
Interesting, because that's not. You grew up mostly in Florida, right? Or here?
Here mostly.
Mostly? I don't think it's a California thing.
I don't know.
There's a lot of people in the Midwest say bubbler.
Oh,
not where I grew up, but interesting.
No. I don't know. Anyway.
You're a linguistic hybrid. Anyway, go on.
And then you're just supposed to be able to like set the little paper lid back on, and then it's supposed to make it, right?
Then voila.
Okay, well, all the vegan ones on the internet were you have to microwave it. And I'm trying to find food that I can make in our hotel room at Tahoe, because that way we don't have to like try to go out and find vegan food, which is hard in South Lake Tahoe, I feel like. So anyway, I had to invent my own cup of noodle, which basically just meant I made all the ingredients and then I put them all into, like I layered them in a mason jar. And then when it was time to add the hot water, we just added it and then put our lids back on and like stirred it all up. And it was perfect, but I had to keep it refrigerated because my noodles weren't dehydrated. They were like fresh. Yeah. So I had to keep it like on an ice thing. But if anybody wants to know how to do that, let me know. I'm now the expert on DIY cup of noodles. And I stopped at Family Doughnuts to get my star-shaped donuts that I always get.
Wasn't that a different place that did those on the way? As always, that was Family Donuts? I thought it was something else.
That's the only place
I thought you just found another place that did star-shaped vegan donuts. I'm like, oh, wow. What are the odds?
I can
in the same area.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I mail my star-shaped cookie cutter to the donut shops a week before I come.
Put in your order. You said that you usually let them know you're coming, right?
Yeah, because Family Doughnuts only does vegan donuts on the weekends, and I'm usually stopping through there on a Friday.
Right. So they'll have them ready for you if you want.
Yeah, so they'll do vegan donuts special order for anyone as long as you order them a couple days ahead of time and as long as you get a minimum of a dozen.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah. And I love them, and that's my favorite. They're like chocolate glazed with the cream inside are like my favorite kind of donut forever. So
my mouth is watering again. I'm ready for Austin. I'm ready to just stuff my face of all the good stuff.
Oh, you really are gonna too. I hope you eat a lot for me too. And I always stop at that chicken park on my way. Which I call it Chicken Park, but it's not called Chicken Park. It's just a park that has chickens, and I started looking it up on the internet because I was like, why does this park just have chickens? And I found out that I guess in the city of Fair Oaks, which is like a suburb of Sacramento, which is where the Family Doughnuts is, you're allowed to have like a lot of backyard chickens, I guess.
So they just go for a walk?
No, people dump them when they stop laying eggs. And so the town is like overrun with wild chickens. I know. So anyway, I got close enough to one. I was kind of like feeding them sunflower seeds, and I was like moving the seed piles closer and closer until they were close enough so I could pet one. But then he like turned and looked at me, and he like basically said, "Don't try that again." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "It's fine. I only wanted to do it once, and I did it." But that was like super fun.
You're like, hey chicken, there's no such thing as a free lunch. You better let me pet you. There's no more seeds for you.
I know. I mean, it's so much more fun to visit animals when you can feed them, I think. Because then I feel like I'm giving them something and they're not just giving me
in return.
Yeah. I don't know.
You're
And then they come closer.
Treats.
Yeah, basically. I hate that with dogs, though. If I see a dog, like, on the sidewalk and all it wants me for is food, I'm not interested. Like, I'm not one of those people who carries dog treats in my pockets.
No.
I want the dog to love me just for me.
Dog romance problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. Dog rejection is the worst. Okay, I don't know how food related this is, but I did decide, since I'm in California and it's January now, that I should stop at a recreational dispensary.
I don't even think I've seen one yet.
Anyway.
Is that the PC term?
Yeah, I guess that's what they're called.
The head shop?
And it was super weird. The whole experience was real weird because you walk in and they like ask for your ID and take your picture.
Okay.
Which all of a sudden I'm just like, what's going on? And it just looks like a waiting room. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, this is not what I was expecting. I was expecting to like walk into a store.
Yeah.
You know? And so they're like, okay, sit down. They keep your ID and tell you to sit down. And I'm like, this is so weird. But I was only like sitting down for like a minute. And then they like call you into the other room and they give you your ID back. And then you go into the other room, and that's, like, the regular, like, store. That's so small, though. That's just, like, one counter, like, the smallest jewelry store you've ever been in. And so I was expecting more vegan things. I was a little disappointed at the lack of vegan stuff.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
And also, so there was a guy helping me, and then there was, like, a lady helping other people. And, like, so I was telling him, like, what I was looking for, which was mostly this thing for my coworker, but I was also, like, of course, asking about vegan stuff because I don't buy non-vegan things, even for people who aren't vegan. You're probably the same way, right?
Pretty much, unless I just happen to come upon, something has come into my possession.
Yeah, but you didn't buy it.
Here you go. Yeah.
Totally. Yeah. So I'm the same way. I mean, we vote with our dollars, so I won't buy something if it's not vegan.
Yeah.
And so I was looking for something for my coworker that's like more relaxing, which I guess is the one that's called indica, not the sativa one. I don't know. I'm learning all this anyway. And so I was like asking the dude a gazillion questions, but he asked the girl, like, she was like, what are you looking for? And I was like, vegan stuff. And she was like, oh, those are. And I read the ingredients and it has gelatin. So don't listen to anyone ever. If you go to your dispensary, read all the ingredients, every single one.
That sounds similar to the one I went to in Denver.
Oh, you did go to one?
Yeah. And it was kind of like I don't know if they kept our IDs, but they definitely checked our IDs, and there was definitely like a door in between, like entrance and the thing. It was big though. And it looked like an Apple store. Like it was like designed really nice. I don't know if it was just the one I went to or if there was like that.
Well, also in Denver, it's been recreational for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they've had time to build big ones.
This was years ago too. That I went. So, yeah. So, maybe it's just because it's like they wanted to open right now and just like get it going and then they can build or whatever.
Yeah, I think so.
But I didn't ask about anything vegan. I didn't buy anything, but there was a similar experience, like getting in and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't take my picture.
The
but
experience is a little bit weird. But yeah, anyway.
It was kind of like, whoa, this is kind of weird. It was weird.
I would be interested in going to a bigger one and seeing if there's ones. It would be interesting if there was a dispensary that was all vegan. I'm going to keep my eyes out for that.
You know what? That's only a matter of time, probably.
Yeah.
Especially around here.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Because the chocolates are, like, kind of more common. I feel like the chocolate bars, those are, you can usually find the vegan ones. I think that's what Tina usually has at her place. But, like, I want the, like, good stuff, like a chocolate cupcakes. And,
right.
like,
something more
like,
decadent
fun
than
stuff.
a chocolate bar.
Anyway, I was just curious. It's kind of like a food trend of 2018.
Yeah, edibles.
Yeah, kind of.
Vegan edibles.
So
I guarantee you watch. There's going to be an all-vegan dispensary.
I can't wait. I'm going to be so excited.
That'd be interesting.
That'll be fun stuff. But that's all stuff that's not been at the dollhouse. So in the dollhouse, I've done some blog posts on vegan sprinkles, which is something that I had a hard time finding when I first started baking vegan. Because you'll find a brand like Wilton and you'll read a few backs and you'll get discouraged and you'll stop reading. But really, most sprinkle companies will make a few vegan ones. You just have to really be diligent in reading the backs, which can be annoying.
Yeah.
So I did a blog post on
Or they
all
could just
the
put a V
vegan
on the
sprinkles
front and
I
not
have.
change the
I
ingredients.
know, right?
I will just buy them. Apparently.
Now that they know that.
Secret's out.
Awful. I did discover a new brand of of sprinkles that have vegan ones yesterday, which I'll add to my blog post. Now that I have a little running blog post. I did
still
that with
haven't
my
used
nail polish
the
one too.
well, we all did that big order.
Oh, you haven't
together.
used them yet?
No.
What if we do it for the bake sale?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea. Because
Okay.
I'm like, everything I make, sprinkles don't work, or
Yeah.
they already have their own topping,
Yeah.
whatever it is, like the s'mores thing. I
Yeah.
mean, put sprinkles on that. So yeah, I'll make something I can use those sprinkles for. Because they're
Nice.
cute as hell.
They're so cute.
I just haven't had an opportunity to use them. What company was that?
Sweet Polita.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those are gorgeous.
Yeah, those are my favorite for sure.
I feel like I just want to stare at them in the bottle. Like, maybe this is a good thing I haven't used them.
You're like, you lay in the middle on this pillow. And I'll lay here. Yeah, so I did the sprinkles blog post. I made the unicorn. I mounted a unicorn head like a vegan hunter.
Yeah.
And I did the tutorial for that on my blog. And Hannah, who we've had on the podcast a long time ago,
Yeah.
over a year ago now, right?
Yeah, that's a while ago.
So Hannah Kaminsky is a friend of ours who is a cookbook author. I think she has 3 cookbooks
She's
now.
a few.
Maybe
yeah,
4.
quite a few.
She just came out with a new one that is for people who don't want to spend a lot of time cooking. I think
That's me.
I think everything in there is supposed to be like 15 minutes or less.
Oh crap! I need to get that then.
Yeah,
We need to have her back on and talk about the new book,
we should.
because we talked about her previous ones before. But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a good idea. I'll let her know that we want to have her back.
She'll be our first repeat guest.
So I made her hash brown waffles, which is basically like making hash browns, except you make them in your waffle iron.
I love a good hash brown.
They're really good.
Ooh.
They were like crispy on the outside, but soft in the middle. I really liked them. And then the other new post I have on vegandollhouse.com is the pink peppermint hot cocoa, which you got to try on New Year's Eve.
Delish. Are you gonna talk about
Pardon
all the
my
other stuff you
mock-
made?
Oh, for New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
It's been a while. I made the little cake pops, the heart-shaped cake
Because we
pops.
didn't talk about New Year's Eve.
And
So we'd already recorded.
what else? I made pizza in the shape of 2018.
Which I posted on Instagram, so you can go back and see that.
Is it on
It was
our
on
Dolls
our,
and
yeah.
Donuts Instagram? Okay,
Remember,
good.
that's when I said Robin's New Year's resolution is to eat more vegan
Oh,
pizza.
yeah!
Or Year of the Pizza or something.
That's
Year of
the
the vegan
best
pizza.
New Year's resolution.
Something like that.
I ate pizza last night.
There you go.
Look at me
You're a
trying.
success.
Trying to be good. Last night I went to a new pizza place that just opened 3 weeks ago on Haight, and it is called Bizza. Bizza. It just rolls off the tongue. It's so hard for me to say pizza because I want to say bizza or biza. And they have one vegan pizza on the menu, but you can customize one, which is what I did because the vegan one had things on it I don't like because I'm a picky pants. And they use bitter sun cheese, which is really nice because I feel like most places use Daya.
Yeah.
So look at me trying to get my New Year's resolutions in.
Doing good.
But yeah, what else was? I think that was it for New Year's Eve. Or I made a lot of drinks. I made like
you made a bunch of
6.
different
We had 6 drinks, but the pink cocoa was like the best drink, right?
Yeah. It was so cute.
Yeah.
And it was sweet enough, but it wasn't like sickly sweet. You know, sometimes you drink
Yeah,
those like sweet
I
drinks and
do
you're just
know.
like, oh god. You can't even enjoy it.
No.
This was like perfect sweetness. You could still drink it all and not be like, I'm gonna puke. Get me out of here. Not from the alcohol, just from like all the sugar.
Yeah, this was my first alcohol-free New Year's, I think.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Welcome to the rest of everybody, almost everyone else there wasn't drinking.
Yeah, I mean that's
Nobody was.
I think that's why. If there would have been one other person drinking,
I brought you champagne. I was like, well, then nobody drank, but I don't need
Yeah.
it. So
I know I still have it
I
actually.
think I'd save it for something because I don't need it.
I want to make
Obviously.
something with it.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to make like cake.
Ooh, that'd be interesting. There you go. Get an idea.
I'm very excited. Is it time for Wag or Whimper?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is our segment where we talk about a vegan product that we tried for the very first time and we decide if it made us wag or whimper.
It's shocker, everybody. Robin doesn't have a whimper. She has a wag.
Hey, now.
So this thing, you need to run out and get this tomorrow. Obviously, it is freaking amazing. We're going to put it in the WAG category. Do you want to go first then? I don't want to keep them in suspense any longer.
I don't either, but I hope it won't be out by the time our podcast comes out because I tried it at the Fancy Food Fest, which means it's not quite out yet.
Okay.
But Follow Your Heart is coming out with 2 new products in a couple of months. One of them is an organic garlic aioli, which is so fucking good that I'm never going to buy mayonnaise again, and I'm just going to use aioli for everything.
Ooh.
It is so good. And they also are coming out with a jarred coleslaw, which I don't like coleslaw, so I didn't even give it crap.
I can get down with I like coleslaw.
Yeah?
I don't like, I'm in the mood for coleslaw, but when I have it, I like it. You know what I mean?
What would be the times when you would buy a jar of coleslaw?
I never buy coleslaw. Okay. But I usually have it as my side at Veggie Girl because it's like the low calorie.
So if you were making veggie burgers one night, would you buy a jar of coleslaw?
No, but I would buy that and try it. That sounds really good.
All right. So it'd just be for just to have something new and exciting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm down with coleslaw.
Yeah.
I'm on the coleslaw train. I just don't really, I don't buy it.
Yeah.
I have it out and stuff, and I've had the like Butcher's Son coleslaw and stuff, so it's like a reasonable side. So I try to get that one out. So
I guess I just never liked it, so I don't get it. But
both of those
I mean,
are
if anybody
interesting.
makes a good coleslaw, I'm sure it's them. And Jessica was with me, and she tried it and said it was good. So
okay, both of those I'd be into trying.
All right. Well, the new Follow Your Heart products made me wag.
So this is probably old. You've had this, right? Yeah. So the Theo peanut butter cups, the salted. I don't know if they have a salted and an unsalted. I don't know, but these are the salted ones. So I got them in my stocking for Christmas.
Aww.
And they're the freaking. I know people are gonna be like riot in the street because they'll be like, no, Justin's or no this or this brand or that brand. But these are the best peanut butter cups I've had.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Better than the Unreal ones.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's the salt. I'm like, I was always like, ew, no, I don't like the salted desserts, like the salt and the sweet together. I like, no. But once I accidentally bought the salted almond butter from Trader Joe's on accident, I was like, ooh, this is good. Now I'm like obsessed. Like, it's really changing my life.
Yeah.
Now I love all the salted, like, chocolate stuff, which I've never liked before.
I have a suggestion for you then.
Okay.
I don't know if you've had them, but Trader Joe's has those salted chocolate-covered almonds. Have you ever tried them? Mm-mm. Oh, they're really good.
Ooh, that does sound good. I know we've had this
I'll
almond
get them
talk.
for you if I go.
We've had this almond talk where I'd say like I'm just plain, but I think I'd be into that too.
Oh, they're really addictive. Like very addictive.
Maybe you shouldn't do any.
What if I get a package and I like put them into little individual portions?
Monday, Tuesday.
Every time I see you, I'll give you like a little baby baggie of them.
Okay. Keep me in line.
Okay.
So these peanut butter cups are so good. I loved them. And I think they're shaped as hearts, aren't they? Or mine were just
the ones I had, I don't think were.
I was lucky then.
Wait, what? I was gonna say where'd you get them, but you got them from Santa, right?
Well, Santa got them from Republic of V or Vegan Republic.
Okay. So they're harder to find. So Theo's stuff I've seen in a lot of places, but the peanut butter cups themselves are not in every store. Because Theo is sold all over.
I've had their other stuff, but it's never been like, like these. Like I love, I mean, their stuff's good.
Yeah.
But I've never had these ones before. Well, we also got them at Staff of Life in Santa Cruz. That grocery store.
Yeah. I was like, I know that sounds familiar, but I can't think of where it is.
We were there. I was there for something else, for those cupcakes, and we saw these and got a couple. So they're around, but I guess I don't know. Growing up, my candy was Reese's.
Yeah.
I love peanut butter cups. Like, people, like, for birthdays or whatever would get me Reese's because I'm so obsessed with them. I love them. So, I'm so glad that, like, by the time I became vegan, like, they already had peanut butter cups. You know what I mean? Like, that was, like, not hard to, like, replicate. And that hole in my heart has been filled for a long time, but, like, this is, like, amazing. I love these ones.
Do you ever make your own?
No.
Oh.
Why? When I can just go buy them.
I don't know. I'm obviously weird.
No, I've never made my own.
Okay. Well, listeners, if anyone wants to make their own, I have a recipe for them on vegandollhouse.com.
Yeah,
For
it'd
people
have to be
who
something
are
more
less lazy than Ashley.
It'd have to be. I only make stuff that's a little more like it has to be more. Like, you just can't go down to the store and buy it.
Harder to find. It has to be harder to find. That's how I feel about gardening. I only want to grow things that are like harder to find or are very expensive to buy.
Yeah.
If it's like easy or cheap to get it, then why would I grow it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right.
So the Theo peanut butter cups made me wag with some salt.
I was wondering if there's anything else that I tried at the fancy food show that I want to talk about, but maybe I'll wait. And as I try things, I can make them be a wag or
Did you
whimper
bring a
next
bunch of
time.
stuff home?
I did bring some stuff home.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And I contacted some vendors there that I'm going to make them mail me stuff. So I'll have some things rolling in.
Cool. Yeah. Save them for all your whimpers that you're going to have.
Oh, I will talk about one thing that I didn't try because it had aquafaba in it, but there's a new vegan butter coming out that's made with aquafaba. So people might be interested in that.
Okay, great. I don't know. I'm just like whatever, Earth Balance, whatever.
I like organic Earth Balance
like,
too.
Whatever. Like I don't need it. I don't need to change things up.
Ones. I know, that's kind of how I feel too. I like Earth Balance.
Yeah. I like
It's never done me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I trust you with Earth Balance.
It is. It's so trusty.
Like,
It's
I don't need to go
the same quality.
I
can
don't need
rely
to go
on
looking
it.
anywhere else.
I agree.
But if there's somebody that feels like it's not meeting their needs, and they feel like they need more aquafaba in their butter, then I guess this is for them. I don't care.
Should we wrap things up?
Yeah, it was everything.
All right. So that's the end of episode 28. If you're listening on YouTube or iTunes and you haven't subscribed, please do. And you can also leave us comments on either of those places. I think we're also on Stitcher and on Breaker. And if you know of any other places where we should be, let us know because I don't know about them yet.
Yep.
And if you are going to rate us, we only accept ratings of 5 stars.
Your computer will just go poop and just explode with a little puff of smoke if you tried to give us 4.5 stars or something.
And the
Russians will hack you. The Russians will hack you and steal all your emails if you don't give us 5 stars.
Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen.
Never again.
So bad. If you don't know already, we have a website at dollsanddonuts.com. We have a Twitter at dolls_donuts, and we have an Instagram that is dollsanddonuts. And Ashley, if people want to find you.
So you can find my very, I'm tired and hungry. You can find my very not updated blog at theveganadventure.com, and that has all of my social media links on there. Yeah, I'm gonna do better, I promise. Updating it. It's like
no one will ever know.
Bad news. I know, but I know. And that's bad. You know?
She's letting herself down.
I am.
Left and right.
That could be one. I didn't make any New Year's resolutions because I whatever. I don't care about that, but maybe that should be one.
Eat more pizza.
Pizza and blogging more. Working on my blog.
Oh, yeah, blogging.
And pizza, of course. That goes without saying. That's not like a New Year's resolution. That's like a weekly resolution. Like, how many times can I eat pizza? It's funny because we were talking about some food we were going to have for a meeting at work today, and I was like, let's just have pizza. I'm like, we haven't had it, at this meeting, because it's a monthly meeting. We haven't had it, for months. We haven't had it since, September. And I'm like, I can eat pizza every day. So I'm sure, other people, I don't know if they're like that. But we haven't had it for months, so let's have it.
Yeah. You should just have it at every meeting if it's only a monthly meeting.
Yeah, well.
Come on.
It's not all up to me. But I got it this time. Even though I won't be there, it's when I'm gone.
Oh, no.
So I don't get to partake.
That was not good planning on your part.
I guess. Now it's going to be another 4 months before I can eat it at work. Somehow it was not so brilliant now. I'm thinking about it.
All right. So you know where to find us. I'm at vegandollhouse.com. We love that you're listening. Thank you.
And have a good heart day.
Have a good heart day.
I'm going to go to Mirrors, so if it lines up, it will line up because we're going on the 10th to Mirrors for Valentine's Day. So I'll talk about that. Hopefully it's a lot of cute stuff.
Ooh,
there.
Yeah.
So I'll talk all about that. I'll be talking a lot next episode.
If you guys are looking for things to make on Valentine's Day, I have lots of heart-shaped food on my blog, too.
Yeah, I have none of that. So, enjoy. All right, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.